Now, we know Magomed Ankalaev says that he's not going to wrestle, okay? I think he will. I think he would be foolish not to wrestle, foolish not to mix things up, foolish to not even have the threat of the takedown to slow down the output of Alex Pereira. This is the life changer. This is the one. Everybody wants to be the man to dethrone Alex Pereira, the biggest star in the sport, the man that's knocking everybody out.
Bem-vindos ao canal Clips MMA. Tá chegando o UFC 313, Alex Poatan Pereira contra Magomed Ankalaev. Quase unanimidade no mundo da luta, o desafio mais difícil da carreira do Alex. Michael Bisping fez um vídeo analisando todo esse contexto. Vamos conferir, deixe a opinião de vocês aí nos comentários e bora!
Alex Pereira once again defends the light heavyweight strap, this time taking on Magomed Ankalaev. And the question is this his toughest test yet? Because this is the fight that a lot of people have been dying to see, waiting for. The real challenge, the person that Alex Pereira supposedly was ducking whilst he went out last year in 2024 and defended the belt 3 times. He's defended it 4 times overall and he's on an absolute tear. He's a true one-punch knockout artist. He has the touch of death. The grappling is improving all the time. But Magomed Ankalaev, this could be the toughest test yet. This is the life changer. This is the one. Everybody wants to be the man to dethrone Alex Pereira, the biggest star in the sport, the man that's knocking everybody out. And when you look at the style of Magomed Ankalaev, number one, he's got the size. He's got the power. He's also a knockout artist himself. Look at that knockout of Johnny Walker. Granted, Johnny Walker has some ups and some downs, and he's definitely been cracked a few times. But the man is a very viable threat in all areas. Now, we know Magomed Ankalaev says that he's not going to wrestle, okay? I think he will. I think he would be foolish not to wrestle, foolish not to mix things up, foolish to not even have the threat of the takedown to slow down the output of Alex Pereira. And then on the flip side, who is Alex Pereira training with? Because this is what DC said. His coach, Glover Teixeira, wasn't out in Australia. His manager, translator, Paulinho Cruz, he was there with him. And yeah, he can train him a little bit and hold the pads and all the rest of it. But it's not the same as having Glover Teixeira, the former legendary light heavyweight champion of the world, high-level Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt with really good wrestling. That's the guy you want to be with every single day. The question is, will he do that? I think he will. I think Magomed's a fool not to even think about the wrestling. But of course he says that. Everybody says that. But the reality is when you get cracked or when you start taking calf kicks off Alex Pereira, you're going to mix things up. Simple as that. Look at Magomed Ankalaev when he fought Jan Blachowicz. He took some really nasty calf kicks and he was wobbling about all over the octagon. And then he wrestled. Then he took him down. That's what he's going to try and do. Now, the question was, is Ankalaev his toughest test? Yes. I think when you look at Alex Pereira, he's fought great fighters, of course, and some of the kickboxing fights were legendary. And then you've got to consider the competition of Alex Pereira. I'm not saying that he's fought easy people. Last fight, Khalil Roundtree Jr., very good fighter, very good striker. However, he could probably make 185 pounds. Before that, Yuri Prohaska, he was talking about going down to 185. And then, of course, you've got Jamal Hill before that, a guy that is tough, a guy that can crack, a guy that has knockout power, but not the most skilled martial artist, shall we say. He's a real fighter for damn sure, but not exactly trained since he was like 3 years old to be the best martial artist on the planet. And then before that, Yuri Prohaska and Jan Blachowicz. So Jan Blachowicz, certainly a good win. Yuri Prohaska, Jamal and Khalil, all good wins. But none of them are like Magomed Ankalaev. He's representing the nation of Dagestan. We know how proud and patriotic they are. We know how disciplined they are. We know how serious they take this game. DC even said he ran into him at the PI. He's locked in. He's focused. This is the one. This is the life changer. This is the moment he has been training for ever since he started. Every fighter, when they decide to do this professionally, they dream of the UFC title fight. This is it. This is the one. Never mind the fact that you're going to have the opportunity to make millions of dollars down the line. Never mind the fact that you're realizing a lifelong dream, okay? Becoming a champion, it all paying off. Never mind all the sacrifice that you made, all the time away from family and loved ones, the hours and hours in the gym, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the dieting, the nutrition, the personal sacrifice, okay? It all comes down to this one moment. And then on top of it, he gets to be the guy to dethrone Alex Pereira. Without a shadow of a doubt, the man of the moment in mixed martial arts at its absolute peak. And make no mistake, it's a one-horse race. It's the UFC. The UFC is a worldwide phenomenon, and Alex Pereira is the biggest star. However, this sport is a son of a bitch. You zigged when you should have zagged. You bobbed when you should have weaved. You slipped when you should have rolled. Whatever the case may be, you make one mistake, and somebody like Magomed Ankalaev can crack you. And we know this man's coming in as prepared as anyone will ever be. That is a fact. So the question was, is Magomed Ankalaev the toughest test for Pereira? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. And that's why I can't wait for this fight. But that doesn't mean I think he beats him. I'm not giving a prediction right now, but I'm leaning towards Alex Pereira. When you look at some of the kickboxing fights and the speed and the ferocity and the way that he puts combinations together, we haven't really seen him have to do that in the UFC. Because of the 4-ounce gloves, he generally just puts people to sleep. Yeah, we know Israel Adesanya, he knocked him out, but that was at 185 pounds where he had to do that drastic weight cut. It's crazy that he even made 185 pounds. But realistically, at 205, he hasn't even had to throw down. He hasn't had to put combinations together. But make no mistake, the man can. And if he gets through Magomed Ankalaev, what is next? Is it a fight with John Jones? Is it a fight with Alexander Usyk? I mean, this is the level that Alex Pereira is reaching. Usyk is saying that he's almost done with boxing and he would love to box Alex Pereira, which would just be an unbelievable fight. And sign me up, take my money. I would love to see that one. So